All right, guys, welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. Today's video, we've got a lesion I don't think I've covered on this channel before, and that's what's known as a sole fracture or a heel ulcer. Unlike your typical sole ulcers, the sole fracture or heel ulcer typically is located on the medial claw and not the lateral. And a lot of times it'll end up releasing this entire sole or this entire heel bulb area here once they've progressed. At this point, it's hard to tell because I haven't started trimming this if that whole area is going to come out, but this is generally where this lesion is located. A little mark above my finger there is where it kind of starts, and it's going to angle up at an angle toward that heel bulb area, and then where the junction where the sole meets that heel bulb, that's where ultimately where the lesion's going to be. So if you're new to this channel or new to hoof trimming in general, what I'm doing here is I'm actually removing hoof that's over the top of this lesion that's inside the foot. And I'm not digging into the flesh. I'm cutting away this hoof to expose that lesion that's in there to allow it to heal, and then new hoof will grow over the top of it. So unlike your typical sole ulcers that are caused by vertical pressures coming down through the foot, sole fracture or a heel ulcer are slightly different in that the forces that cause these are more of a shear force, meaning the sole is pulled away from the heel bulb at that junction, and that's what causes this particular lesion. Now, in the actual practical settings, what that could mean is a cow maybe forcefully backing up. Maybe she is backing up and had to turn quickly while backing up, and that can cause that separation in that heel bulb sole junction. It can also be a cow that's standing in an inclined position a lot that can do this as well. In the summertime, we have conditions where when it gets real hot, cows have a hard time regulating their body temp, and the best way they can do that is when they're standing. So they tend to stand more, and a lot of times you'll see them standing up in their stalls, or even if they can, sometimes they'll stand in the waters, but they're standing in this inclined position, putting that shear force on that location, and that's why we get these types of lesions. Sometimes if these lesions aren't caught early enough, they can actually progress and track all the way out the top, and that entire heel bulb section can release and have to be removed. This one we caught early enough and it hasn't gone that far, but it can happen. One positive thing about a sole fracture over a sole ulcer is that these lesions really heal fast. All we got to do is get that sole removed from around that lesion, and then we got to put a block on this other claw, and they heal really fast. They recover really fast. While that lesion can be painful, being that it's on that medial claw, and they don't have a way to toe out to get the weight off of that. Putting that block on that lateral, in this case, takes all that pressure off of that claw, and she's able to heal that up really fast. This particular cow's got a crack in that white line, so I've got to notch that out and make sure that I'm not putting glue over the top of that and causing any further problems. So I'm going to notch this out, get this white line cleaned up, put a block on her, and she'll be set. This type of lesion I almost never wrap, so just a quick spray with the chlorhexidine, and we're going to put this foot down. You can be able to see when I let her go too that this cow, even though she exhibited some lameness coming in, it's virtually all gone with this block now, which is what we want to see. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.